Like Ozzy Osbourne told me when I was a little kid, Kyle, there's no rest for the wicked. Today on the channel, Mattel WWE.com reveals. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. As currently it is January 28th as I film this, and WWE.com had some brand new Mattel reveals. We saw some Ultimate Editions, we saw some Basics, we saw Ringside Collectible Exclusive Undertaker, and we saw Elite 93. So let's get after it. Let's talk about these reveals. Let's talk about what we saw. And they kicked it off on WWE.com. That's where I grabbed these pictures from. Alexa Bliss Ultimate Edition Series 12. Very, very good looking figure here. Hopefully mine will be here in the next week or so. Something like that. But Ultimate Edition of Alexa Bliss. Her Fiend era persona. I guess her current persona right now. More of a demented Alexa Bliss. Definitely different of what we've got in the past. We knew some of the stuff we were going to get with this one. It looks like we're getting a black and pink shirt. Plus her dress, and then of course her ring outfit is sculpted on. Two different heads, extra hands, a lot of soft goods with this one. I like the looks of this one. I don't know if it'll be better than the Charlotte Flair Ultimate Edition we got, a year ago. What's it been now? But this one looks like a strong contender, a very, very good Alexa Bliss figure. I'm going to say it right now, probably the best Alexa Bliss figure we've had so far in Mattel history. So very excited for this one. Some interesting looks. I could see Alexa Bliss, big-time fans, buying multiples of this, displaying it both ways. This is coming in the traditional Ultimate Edition packaging as well. No packaging updates, at least that I can see, for 2022 on the Ultimate Editions. Then we worked our way into the brand new Basics, and you guys know Basics. They're hot and cold with me. Sometimes I think they're must-haves, and majority of the time, easy passes. But these are usually for children, but they're doing some things, and we'll talk about it here. But first, let's kick it off. Roman Reigns. He is back in the basic line, and no stranger to the basic line, and will not be a stranger, as he is one of the top performers in the WWE, as we all know. But we got Roman Reigns, one of the painted-on T-shirts, the man bun hairdo going on. Not a lot of special there. Black T-shirt. Just kind of is what it is. It is basic 129 is the set we're looking at today. I forgot to mention that. But you got Roman Reigns. Some people like it, some won't. There is a chase version of this one as well, in the white shirt and the blue jeans. Just looks very, very goofy to me. So easy pass on both Roman Reigns. Just not what I'm looking for. But then we get Dominic Mysterio, his first ever basic figure. So some people may be interested in that. I can see some of the Rey Mysterio fans that are completionists in the Rey figures. Maybe they're jumping over to Dominic saying, hey, we need Dominic as well. But an interesting enough Dominic in the gold and black with a little bit of white. A good enough figure. I'm fine with my Elite. I won't need to pick this one up, but I think this one will sell surprisingly well. Now, the one I'm excited about here in Basic 129, though, is The Miz. And he comes in a suit. We see him in a suit all the time on TV. And we need more suited bodies. They're great for customizers. I can see people buying this suit, popping a different head on it, and bam, you got a new character just like that. So these are always good sellers. One of these ones I'm going to get a deal on. I'm going to wait for retail or a clearance event, maybe on Amazon or something like that. Very possible you could get that Miz there. But very cool. I love this basic suited body. We need more of that kind of stuff. It's making people that buy Elites jump into some basic figures. So kudos Mattel. It is a business at the end of the day. They're thinking outside of the box. The packaging art on here does show him with glasses. So it would have been nice to have some sunglasses with this. But we don't really get accessories hardly ever in the basic line, as you guys are aware. Then we get Carmella, back to the same old formula of some of these female basics. Just nothing here for me, nothing redeeming. I don't even like the looks of Carmella's face in this one. Just, it's off. I'm fine with the Elite Carmellas we have in the past. I'm going to stick with those, and I'll pass on that one. But then we do get a first time in the line, an old cruiserweight, back from the old 205 Live days. I believe he is currently in NXT UK. Noam Dar, first time in the line. Definitely have to pick that one up. I'm not sure if we'll ever see an Elite of him, but it's really cool that he is getting a basic. I'll put that on the 205 Live shelf, so it's very cool that we're getting a Noam Dar figure. I'm here for that one. So that is pretty good. And then in the scrolling of WWE.com where they show this, of course, retros are talked about. Friday, 11 Central Time, noon Eastern Time. The 4-pack of Mr. T, Roddy Piper, Cowboy Bob Orton, and of course, Mean Gene Okerlund went up for pre-order on MattelCreations.com. As I filmed this video, they are still up there. If you missed out or you need them, Go there before it is too late. Let's support those retros. We want them to be successful. We've talked about it in other videos. A lot of people saying they want them. Now it's put up or shut up time. Pick up your retros if you're inclined, but they did show some pictures of those. Got to be continue promoting those. We need to get those selling so we can get more deep cuts, more legends, all that fun stuff in the retro line. So there you go. And then we turn our attention to Elite Series 93. And this is an interesting one. And last week in Weekly Purchases, we talked about it as Bill McKenna, the designer for Mattel, showed a picture of this Seth Rollins, and it looked like the jacket had some movable arms. Couldn't really see that in these pictures here, but it's another Seth Rollins. We've had a lot of Seth Rollins, but I'm very intrigued by this jacket. I hope this is a game changer. Mattel's been doing a lot of stuff. They see the competition from Super 7, Jazzwares, Cella, Zombie, all these other lines out there that are taking some of that wrestling figure budget. As we know, there's a budget for everybody. Everybody's house, everybody's, you name it, everybody has a budget. Well, when there's all these other wrestling lines, it makes it tougher to be a completist in one. And, you know, Zombie's getting a little bit of Mattel's money. Maybe Cella Toys is. Maybe Super 7 is, and so on. So Mattel, they got to improve. They got to constant learnings, constant improvements, as we always say. All toy manufacturers should be doing that. And we're seeing some subtle changes. We're seeing the jacket, hopefully, on this, like we saw in those pictures. We're seeing the pinless joints, the double jointed. We're seeing a lot of that kind of stuff. And that's how you get above the competition. So we'll see where it goes from there. But the Seth Rollins looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm very excited to see where this jacket goes. What's this technology all about? I'm here for it. So more to come on that one. Packaging wise, same 2022 packaging we're getting used to. A little bit gentler, a little bit softer cardboard. Damage is a little bit easier, but I'm sure cheaper to produce in the long run. Then we saw T-Bar. We knew he was coming as well. We got some nice glamour shots. Nice big body mold on T-Bar here. It looks pretty good. He does come with that big jacket, extra head too, so you can have him. If you're really a big fan of T-Bar, you can have 2 looks with each head, so you can buy 2 of them. I don't know if anybody's quite to that level, but you never know. If you are, hey, you got 2 chances at T-Bar. But it'll be interesting to see how that one sells. I can't say he's resonated with the audience, and especially this gimmick that has disappeared. Basically, obviously, Mustafa Ali, whatever's going on with him and the rest of the group is disbanded. Reckoning's long gone. We'll see where that ends up shaking out. And then we turned our attention to Cesaro. Cesaro, one of those guys that's been in a lot of elites, but had a long drought. So Cesaro, his return to the elite line is now in Series 93. I'm here for it. A nice soft goods jacket going on, extra hands. Just a good looking Cesaro figure, and I think he's overdue. Not sure how well this one will sell, but it is overdue. Looks really good with the soft goods in packaging. This would be a really good one to get signed with a nice yellow paint pen or something like that. But a very good looking figure. I'm here for that Cesaro all day long. I like the looks of it. Then we turn our attention to old Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, one that I'm really excited for because you guys know I love old school 90s WCW. Ricky Steamboat running wild in that time frame. But we're getting 2 Ricky Steamboats. He is the Chase as well. The white tights is the regular, yellow being the Chase. I don't know about these hands, man. These hands look like he's got some amazing claws, like he's Venom or Carnage or something, like he's growing those fingers out, or Freddy Krueger. I don't know. Hopefully it's just a bad picture. Hopefully they look better in person, but I guess if they don't, you got the extra hands you can use. But it'd be nice to be able to use those claw hands if possible, but we'll see if they're way too big. I still say he looks just like Mario Lopez. He looks like old AC Slater, so that's just always interesting with Ricky Steamboat, that they have him looking so much like AC Slater, Mario Lopez. And then those hands, I don't know if they're going to throw it off. But be an interesting one, but one I'm here for. I'm happy whenever we get Legends in the traditional Elite line. It's always a good day for me, as I do prefer the Legend Elites over to the newer guys. It's just, you know, the ways. But if you're a younger kid, obviously you might be passing on this Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. But I thought it was pretty good looking. I like the looks of it both. And then Raquel Gonzalez, NXT. She comes with the NXT title. Nice big soft goods duster jacket. This should be a really good female. I'm not totally sold on the head sculpt. Hopefully it was better in person. She looks like one of them Kaminoans from Camino. You know the cloners in the Star Wars videos we do? They kind of creep me out. She's got a little bit of that look to her in the face a little bit. So I'm hoping it looks better in person. But this is what I'm actually pretty excited about. I like big, tough females that are throwing it down in the ring. I remember when she had kind of a Stan Hansen gimmick when I first saw her. I really liked that gimmick as well. She's doing big things. I would have to think she'll be in the Royal Rumble this year. We'll see if that ends up happening. But Raquel Gonzalez, first time in the line with that one. so that should be fairly exciting. And of course, we did see Karrion Kross, part of Elite 93 as well, who, as we know, no longer with the company, so not promoted on the WWE.com, but he does come with the NXT title, has his little gladiator wear, extra hands going on. Very solid. I'm definitely picking this up, and who am I fooling? I always say that. I'm picking all these up. That's the way I do it, except those basics. Not touching those. But we did see Karrion Kross as well. They did show the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Undertaker with the WCW Tag Team title. I think that's an interesting one as well. We'll see. That is one I don't know if it'll blow the socks off everybody. It's not everybody's favorite version of the Undertaker, as we know, but it is something a little bit different. I'm sure it'll have the SummerSlam background like we've seen before with some of the other Ringside exclusives. It'll be cool with the tear down or whatever, like a young Jerry Lawler. You can pull that down. So that is some interesting technology that'll be interesting to see in hand for the first time. But I believe that one comes out early February, so that one shouldn't be too long for this world. And then the one they did not show today is going back to the Ultimate Editions. We saw Alexa Bliss, but we got The Fiend in this. So very good to pair these two up in an Ultimate Edition. As we know, Mattel and these toy companies, they plan way out. You never know who's going to be around, who's going to be released. And WWE.com continues the trend of not promoting figures of people that have been released or are no longer with the company. That would be old Bray Wyatt, The Fiend. A lot of people down on this Fiend when we saw pictures earlier this week. I get it. It is very, very close to the last one. The head sculpt that is on the figure looks a bit strange to me. I'm hoping this one's better in hand, but I think it's crazy to think, because people love face paint, they love horror stuff, they love masks, they love crazy clown type characters. But I don't know if this one's hitting the mark for the average collector. I think we've already had so many Bray Wyatts. We had a previous Ultimate Edition. We've had some elites, of course, that maybe not a lot of people will want this one. And we got to admit it to ourselves, a lot of kids buy these things. Well, a lot of time has passed since they've seen Bray Wyatt. They might not be interested or might not even know who Bray Wyatt the Fiend is anymore, if you can believe that. But it's a possibility. I wouldn't be shocked to see him re-sign with the WWE. Maybe he shows up at the Royal Rumble or Mania or something. I guess you never know what could happen. But very interesting, the WWE not showing his figure. So, I mean, that should tell us that he's no longer with the company for sure. But like I said, you never know. But an interesting one. I'll be picking it up, of course. The Ultimate Editions, I'm a completist of. I'll get 2 of those. But it's just kind of a touch and go there. Touch and go with this one. And I truly think it'll be the worst Ultimate Edition we've had so far, but it might surprise me. We'll review it here in the next couple of weeks when I do get it. And of course, all these things will be up, except for the Ringside exclusive, of course, will be up on Wrestling Collectors Shop. Use discount code Kyle and Kyle10 to save. Got to get a deal out there. I always say it. So that's where these will be. I have to think Elite 93 should be coming up for pre-order maybe this week. They're far enough along. If we're getting in package pictures, they can't be too far out. So I'd have to think pre-orders are coming ASAP, so be ready for that. And also be ready to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit your notification bell. Give it the old thumbs up like a young Orange Cassidy. You've been here this long, might as well thumbs up the video. Feel free to share the Mattel reveals. Follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. And if you're watching this the day it drops, of course, we will have weekly purchases this weekend. So be ready for that. We got a giveaway. It is the 100th edition of weekly purchases, so it should be a fun one. You won't want to miss it, as we have over 100 purchases in the video. So very, very crazy. So stay tuned for that. So there it is for the Mattel reveals. I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.